Welcome to UK Learnings. After watch this video, please subscribe to our channel to give us your support. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get upcoming videos. Good luck for your exam.
On a motorway, where would you see green reflective studs? A. Separating driving lanes. B. Between the hard shoulder and the carriageway. C. Between the carriageway and the central reservation. D. At slip road entrances and exits. The correct answer is at slip road entrances and exits. Explanation: at night or in poor visibility, reflective studs in the road help you to judge your position on the carriageway. The color of the stud will assist you further. Where slip roads join or leave the motorway, green studs are used. What should you do if you're driving past parked cars and you notice a bicycle wheel sticking out between the cars? A. Slow down and wave the cyclist across. B. Slow down and be prepared to stop for the cyclist. C. Brake sharply and flash your headlights. D. Accelerate past quickly and sound your horn. The correct answer is slow down and be prepared to stop for the cyclist. Explanation: if you scan the road as you drive, you should see hazards developing. Once you've seen the danger, reduce speed and be prepared to stop if necessary. What should you do when you leave your car unattended? A. Leave the hazard warning lights on. B. Leave the engine running. C. Switch the engine off but leave the key in. D. Lock it and remove the key. The correct answer is lock it and remove the key. Explanation: always switch off the engine, remove the key and lock your car, even if you're only leaving it for a few minutes. What may help if a driver's behavior has upset you? A. Gesturing to them with your hand. B. Following their car and flashing your headlights aggressively. C. Stopping and taking a break. D. Shouting abusive language. The correct answer is stopping and taking a break. Explanation: sooner or later, another driver will do something that affects you. This can result in a range of feelings such as anger or fear, and you may struggle to concentrate on your driving. If you find yourself in this situation, it's best to look for a safe place to stop and give yourself time to recover. Any form of retaliation will lead to increased risk. What should you do when you overtake a horse and rider? A. Flash your headlights as a warning. B. Sound your horn as a warning. C. Go past as quickly as possible. D. Go past slowly and carefully. The correct answer is go past slowly and carefully. Explanation: horses can be startled by the sound of a car engine or the rush of air caused by a vehicle passing too closely. Keep well back and only pass when it's safe. Leave them plenty of room. You may have to use the other side of the road to go past. If you do, first make sure there's no oncoming traffic. Who can supervise a learner car driver? A. Someone who is 20 or over, and has held a full license for that category of vehicle for at least 3 years. B. Someone who is 18 or over, and who has held a full license for that category of vehicle for at least 1 year. C. Someone who is 21 or over, and has held a full license for that category of vehicle for at least 1 year. D. Someone who is 21 or over, and has held a full license for that category of vehicle for at least 3 years. The correct answer is someone who is 21 or over, and has held a full license for that category of vehicle for at least 3 years. Explanation: a person who accompanies a learner driver must be at least 21 years old and must have held a full driving license for the category of vehicle being used for at least 3 years. All approved driving instructors, ADIs, will meet these criteria. After passing your driving test, you suffer from ill health. What must you do if your health affects your driving? A. Ask your doctor for an exemption certificate. B. Get on as best you can. C. Inform the licensing authority. D. Inform your local police station. The correct answer is inform the licensing authority. Explanation: you must inform the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, DVLA, or the Driver and Vehicle Agency, DVA, in Northern Ireland, about any health condition likely to affect your driving. They'll investigate your condition and how it affects your ability to drive. They may not take away your license. You're planning a long journey. What should you include in your journey plan? A. A detour to make the journey more interesting. B. Loud music to play if you feel tired. C. Regular rest stops. D. Taking food and drink to avoid unhealthy eating. The correct answer is regular rest stops. Explanation: try to plan your journey so that you can take rest stops. It's recommended that you take a break of at least 15 minutes after every 2 hours of driving. This should help to maintain your concentration. How does a convex mirror affect the appearance of a following vehicle? A. It makes it look larger than it really is. B. It makes it look like it's traveling faster than it really is. C. It makes it look closer than it really is. D. It makes it look further away than it really is. The correct answer is it makes it look further away than it really is. Explanation: a mirror with convex glass gives a wide field of vision. This makes everything appear smaller and further away than it would look in a flat mirror. What do these lines along the center of the road mean? A. There's a hazard ahead. B. No stopping on the carriageway. C. No overtaking. D. They're lane markings. The correct answer is there's a hazard ahead. Explanation: long white lines with short gaps mean there's a hazard ahead. Often a warning sign will show you the nature of the hazard. Don't cross the line unless you can see the road is clear well ahead and you wish to overtake or turn off. You arrive at a serious motorcycle crash. The scene has been made safe. What's the first thing you should check on an unconscious rider? A. Whether they're breathing. B. Whether they're comfortable. C. Whether they're bleeding. D. Whether they have any broken bones. The correct answer is whether they're breathing. Explanation: at a road traffic incident, there's a real danger of further collisions and fire. So only approach if it's safe. Get someone to call the emergency services and, if there's an injured casualty, first check if they're breathing. If they're not breathing, you may need to give chest compressions until the ambulance arrives. You're driving at night in a built-up area. The road is well lit. Why should you use dipped headlights? A. To help your indicators to show more clearly. B. To help you to see further along the road. C. To make it possible to go at a much faster speed. D. To make it easy for other road users to see your vehicle. The correct answer is to make it easy for other road users to see your vehicle. Explanation: you may be difficult to see when you're traveling at night, even on a well-lit road. If you use dipped headlights rather than side lights, other road users will see you more easily. You're following a moped. What should you do if you want to turn left a short distance ahead? A. Sound your horn as a warning and pull in front of the moped. B. Overtake the moped before you reach the junction. C. Stay behind until the moped has passed the junction. D. Pull alongside the moped and stay level until just before the junction. The correct answer is stay behind until the moped has passed the junction. Explanation: passing the moped and turning into the junction could mean that you cut across the front of the rider. This might force them to slow down, stop or even lose control. Slow down and stay behind the moped until it has passed the junction and you can then turn safely. What would a spongy feeling foot brake indicate? A. Air in the braking system. B. Worn brake pads. C. Badly adjusted brakes. D. Brake fluid on the linings or brake pads. The correct answer is air in the braking system. Explanation: a spongy foot brake normally indicates that air has entered the hydraulic system. This may be caused by allowing the fluid level to fall too far, a fluid leak, or moisture ingress. If the brakes feel spongy or slack, have them checked by a qualified mechanic. Test your brakes before the start of every journey. Check the brake fluid regularly but don't overfill it. What should you do if an overtaking vehicle cuts in close in front of you? A. Give a long blast on the horn. B. Accelerate to get closer to the vehicle. C. Drop back to leave the correct separation distance. D. Flash your headlights several times. The correct answer is drop back to leave the correct separation distance. Explanation: there are times when other drivers make incorrect or ill-judged decisions. Stay calm and don't retaliate or react aggressively. Always consider the safety of other road users, your passengers and yourself. Your vehicle is broken down on the hard shoulder of a motorway. What should you do if you decide to use your mobile phone to call for help? A. Get out of the driver's seat before making the call. B. Have your insurance policy number to hand. C. Stand at the rear of the vehicle while making the call. D. Check your location from the marker posts on the left. The correct answer is check your location from the marker posts on the left. Explanation: if you're on the motorway and have to call the emergency services, the operator will need to know your exact location. Look for a number on the nearest marker post beside the hard shoulder. Give this number to the operator and be ready to describe where you are. For example, tell the operator the last junction or service area you passed. This will help the emergency services to reach you as quickly as possible. What will improve your vehicle's fuel consumption? A. Planning well ahead. B. Driving in lower gears. C. Making short journeys with a cold engine. Late and harsh braking. The correct answer is planning well ahead. Explanation: as you drive, looking and planning well ahead will help you to avoid harsh braking and keep a smooth, steady pace. This will help to reduce your vehicle's fuel consumption. What could happen if you put too much oil in your engine? A. The oil filter will become blocked. B. The engine oil will overheat. C. The oil seals may be damaged. D. The engine will use less oil. The correct answer is the oil seals may be damaged. Explanation: too much oil in the engine will create excess pressure and could damage the engine seals and cause oil leaks. Any excess oil should be drained off. Drivers convicted of certain dangerous driving offenses are required to take an extended driving test. How does the extended test differ from the standard driving test? A. It's focused on the cause of the candidate's conviction. B. It takes about 70 minutes but includes the same maneuvers as the standard driving test. C. It takes about 70 minutes and includes additional maneuvers. D. It's the same length of time as the standard driving test but includes additional maneuvers. The correct answer is it takes about 70 minutes but includes the same maneuvers as the standard driving test. Explanation: the extended test takes about 70 minutes and is assessed to the same level as the standard driving test for learner drivers.
Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe UK Learning's YouTube channel. Share with your friends and family. Don't forget to click the bell icon to get more videos. Your support will encourage us to make more videos. We wish you all the best for your exam.